Alrighty, guys. So this is our Avengers: Infinity War spoiler cast. If anybody is interested, it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm going to make them all so mad.
And seriously, do not watch this if you don't want this to be spoiled for you, because we're going to be talking about everything that happened in this.
Everything.
Good. For only like 10 minutes, though, probably.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
so not everything, probably. It's like a 2.5-hour movie, so. But seriously, we're going to spoil things, so
All right.
leave.
So should we
You
just
don't wanna
start down the line then, too, Dawn? You want to go ahead first and express your feelings, what you thought was the best, and what you thought you were really mad about, and what you are looking forward to?
Okay, so the best thing about it was I really liked the relationships that were fleshed out in this. I liked Doctor Strange being followed a lot. I thought he was really cool.
I love him. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorites in the whole
He's
series.
awesome. Benefactor Cobblestone is really great.
Bumbleshit Dumpster Ass. It's one of my favorite ones.
I loved the relationship between Scarlet Witch and Vision. I really liked that. One thing that made me angry was the telekinesis guy. I talked to Shane about this a little bit. He was overpowered as shit, and he managed to.
They had to nerf him.
Yeah,
Man,
he
was
had to
so
get sucked
OP.
out into space. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to finish him. He was fighting everybody. And then what I'm really
Like, why the
looking forward
fuck was
to-
Thanos there? Because he could just do everything himself.
Honestly, yeah.
I like when
Seriously.
he got called Squidward. I laughed
Yeah,
openly
yeah.
in the theater. Very
Oh,
loudly.
did you really?
Oh,
my
yeah.
god. The people were like, oh my god, is that funny? Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
I'm just fucking kidding. It was really funny. I have to get all my swears out now because we couldn't do it on the podcast.
Right.
It's
so.
true, yeah. This is on Pool Noodle, so this is not associated with the star. And then what I'm really looking forward to is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think that's going to be a really fun one because I was wondering where the hell he was. Same with Hawkeye. So.
Yeah, I think they kind of benched him because it sounded like they benched him because they had like contractual obligations that they had to attend to as well. But they were like on a house arrest.
I
like,
heard-
whatever.
I heard rumors that Jeremy Renner kind of threw away what could have been a potential role in this Avengers film for that stupid new movie he's in, Tag. Have you
I'm
guys
super
seen?
excited to see that, though.
But if you threw away Avengers
Yeah, that's true.
for Ed Helms and
Jake Johnson. Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah, but I understand them wanting to go do different things.
I
too.
do.
I totally get it. Tony
I'm
Stark's,
just being selfish. I just
Robert
like
Downey
him.
Jr. has been trying to do the
No,
same
I
thing
love
for
Jeremy
years. But
But
So-
Tatiana, what did you like?
what did you dislike with it?
I told you already.
What?
I disliked how overpowered that guy was.
Oh yeah. fair
But other
enough.
than that,
Okay, go ahead.
I thought the adventure of the movie was fantastic. It was 2.5 hours long, but it didn't feel that long.
Oh
to
god, I
me.
would have watched for more too.
Yeah, right. I was very engrossed in the movie. But Tatiana, what did you think?
I think Black Panther was like one of the things I didn't like was I thought Black Panther and Wakanda was really thrown away in this movie. I thought they could have done more with that. Maybe I was just hyped up from the Black Panther movie. I don't know. I liked the relationship between Wanda and Vision. Some stuff I thought about that was pretty cheesy. The ending really fucked with me because I'm not convinced it's real.
No, God fucking no. I mean, it's
I'm-
Marvel. They're not gonna throw away those
well,
characters.
No, you would be surprised how many people in the theater got up and was like, "Oh, well, that's the end," and I'm like, "No, it's not. You gotta have faith in
Well,
something."
Oh my
Them
god.
showing the time stone and everything with that pretty much shows that they're going to bring everybody back.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's super impactful.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It is.
I cried when Tom
I'll
Holland
go
died.
next.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
I did. I shed a tear.
That was fucking
Because
sad,
he died
Hayden. You
slower.
know it was.
He died slower than everyone else on purpose.
I wasn't-
I don't wanna
Robert
go,
Downey
Stark. I don't
Jr.'s
wanna
arm.
go.
I wasn't scoffing. I wasn't like, ugh, this bitch. I mean, I was like, all right, fine.
Dude,
yeah, that's
even
fine.
if they come back, those scenes were fucking hard to watch. Like Black Panther coming up to like get everybody up and he just disappears. Like that vanishing thing is so good.
It was okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Wait, no, wait. What was the best thing about it, Tatiana?
The best
you didn't
thing-
say what your.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The best thing, I don't know if I had a best thing about it. The best thing to me might have been how impactful the death scene was. Or no. Best thing was when they decided to raise the perimeter so that the creepy dog-like alien creatures didn't get all around Wakanda, and I think that Panther making that call for his people just like really spoke to me on an emotional level. I also am a superhero, so now I know what to do in that scenario.
All right, go ahead, Aid.
All right. So there's a lot I really did love about the movie. Honestly, I think Chris Pratt's portrayal in this, his whole thing was so good. I think it's some of the best acting that Chris Pratt has ever done, which is weird to say about a Marvel movie. But like his scenes where he was like losing his shit, and it really tested his character. I was like, this is really, really good. I liked it. I thought that hurt more than Spider-Man's death. And Spider-Man, I was like, I was like, all right, fine. But like I figured he was gonna die, especially when they started offing people like that. Then too, I really liked they had the Iron Spider suit. I just love I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes like ever, probably next to Batman. So much good stuff with it then too. The effects were great. The cinematography was awesome, and I think one of the coolest parts about the movie was how well they balanced the scene changes and keeping an eye on who was doing what. I thought it was a huge feat. They really, really, really just knocked out of the park.
They cut it super well, yeah.
I agree.
Now, there's a lot that I got home and I was like, what? So we're just going to start at the top of the
Aiden
list.
pulled out his journal and started.
So, from the very beginning, what happened to literally everybody else on the Asgardian ship? I think there's like a line halfway through where they explain that they only kill half of the people, but everybody was gone. And this is one of the biggest problems I had with the movie. Is Thor Ragnarok is probably my favorite movie out of the Marvel universe. It's really funny, it's really well written, it's really well thought out.
It's a great movie.
And this entire movie was just like, nah, fuck that, didn't happen. Because nobody from Ragnarok was in this movie. Thor goes through this whole character arc where he loses his eye, loses his hammer, and figures out that the power is within him the whole time, so his hammer doesn't matter. Only to get another hammer, not use his powers at all until he gets the hammer, and gets another fucking eye. Like, what? The eye
was a throwaway gag for me. I was like, this doesn't add anything. I was pissed when that happened.
Yeah, but Rabbit had the eye the whole time. It was in his pocket.
So he has this eye. Like, great. There was a whole bunch of jokes about him being an angel and a pirate. I love the eye patch. I thought it was great to like just show how the characters have changed until he gets his fucking eye back again. But I was like, really, I was just kind of that is one of the things I'll let slide. I understand, like. All right, it makes sense that he would want a bigger, better weapon because who doesn't want a weapon? But it just, for me, a lot of it just kind of negated all of Thor Ragnarok. And I was like, whatever. One of the biggest issues I had, and then I have one more actually. So I have two big things. Gamora's whole arc, I thought was, the more and more I think about it, I'm like, that was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
She's so dumb. I didn't care at all when he threw off the cliff. I was in the theater. I'm thinking like, bye, dumbass. You deserve this. Because this whole time she's grown up with him. She knows what he's capable of, and she thinks she's gonna pull a fast one and knife him. And Dalton was like, well, it worked. And I'm like, no, he didn't. He knew it would happen.
What else is she gonna do?
What else is she gonna do? Not fucking go where Thanos is.
She's trying to right the wrongs of everything that Thanos has done.
She's trying to right the wrongs, and there's a lot of points where human error was excusable, like the scene with Chris Pratt trying to fight Thanos, where he just loses. Like, I'm like, okay, I get it, but like this whole idea that she is gonna be able to make a difference with this, and they don't send Thor, even without a hammer. They send Gamora and a guy with a gun.
Yeah.
So this whole thing,
that's
but the thing is that's not even the worst part. The worst part is there was such bad writing for that, because she's talking about how she wanted Star-Lord to promise to kill her if Thanos got her, which is fine because she knows where the map is. But they could have extended that a little further and made her promise to kill him because she knew that she was Thanos' biggest weakness. The whole rebellious daughter thing was just, I was not feeling it, and it gets to this point where she's like, you don't love anything, ha 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 ha, and he's like, bye bitch, and wins. But
he didn't say bye bitch, he felt really bad about it.
Yeah,
and
but
it shows Thanos' character as something more than just this evil, cold-hearted bastard.
It does flesh out Thanos a bit, but it made Gamora look like a dumbass.
Yeah, but then there's that whole scene where he's torturing Nebula, and for me, Gamora's like, oh no, sister, and I'm like, she's spent half of other movies trying to kill you, and I just
but they made up. Also,
they made up. I feel like it's such an on-off.
Every character has their flaws. Every human has their flaws.
That was
her
stupid
flaw.
one. That was a stupid one.
If she didn't have that flaw, the movie wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Okay, how
it was, dude? That scene was only written in so the movie could go somewhere, and it was a bad scene.
And even then, how would you have done it differently?
How would I have done it differently?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
would
I wouldn't have sent Gamora to Thanos at all.
Thor had to get his fucking weapon first.
So then send Gamora to. Why does anybody go to stop him from getting the Reality Stone?
Everybody wants to stop him from getting the stone. It's the whole point of the movie.
So send Rocket and Groot, and then
Let me just say.
What the fuck would
He's
Rocket
finding
Groot
those
do?
stones incredibly fucking fast. That's all I'm gonna say. He found like 3 of them within the first 25 minutes of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
of course
this
he's
is
a titan.
fucking easy.
Why did he wait that long to find the stones? What was the whole purpose of doing that?
Because
If
we
you
had to
could
have the
just
movies
knock
build
it's
up
like
to
running
this.
errands. Just knock it out one by one, just in a trip. Then.
So
Well, once he gets a
So-
stone, he gets stronger and he's able to find the other ones quicker. That's fine.
okay, so the Gamora thing was like I was so like this is just bad writing. This is just I was so mad about it. But again, I don't want this to sound like I hate the movie. I love the movie. I think there's so much in the movie that is so worth going to see, especially in IMAX. And I'm like, that was just fucking stupid, but fine. The single largest problem I had was when they're fighting Thanos on Titan. Nobody suggests just killing him. They're like, let's take his glove off, and then what? Just like leave? Just leave him on the fucking planet?
I don't think they can kill him, right?
They cut him. They show that he can be wounded.
blood.
They show that he can be wounded, and we know that he's like pretty much capable of. There's this whole scene where he's like, "You should have gone for the head after Thor hit him with the hammer."
Yeah.
So he knows that he can die, and we find later on that he can be wounded.
Dude,
because-
Iron Man had to hit him so damn hard to even get him to bleed.
But he's
And then he
has
said
this
all
whole
that for a drop of blood.
he has this whole bullshit mind meld thing. So you don't have to kill him. Just cut his arm off. Do something. Like, why are you trying to yank a glove off of him? Nobody did this. They all thought the good idea was to take the glove off of him. But the point is the glove was making his job easier. He was still going to try to do his fucking job. So they should have just killed him.
Okay, so if we're going by that logic, then Doctor Strange could have opened his fucking portal and cut his arm off that way.
Why didn't he do that?
They already did it to somebody else.
Why didn't they do it to him?
Good point.
Dude, seriously?
But regardless, it wouldn't make a good movie if they just cut his arm off.
That's a shitty excuse.
It's not a shitty excuse.
That's a shitty excuse.
I would
You-
have
you-
been completely
it's
satisfied
lazy,
with that.
It's lazy writing
Okay,
to move
so
a movie forward.
if they cut his arm off and then they get the gauntlet, what happens? Is that the end? That's the end of Infinity War?
Yes.
No,
but
he doesn't snap his fucking fingers. Nothing impactful happens.
So change the way that the scene is written. Change the way that they get in the first place. Change the way that he acquires the Soul Stone. Why doesn't he just ambush Gamora somewhere?
Can I also point out, in the scene when all of the alien creatures are coming to Wakanda to try to get Vision, and then you have
Fuck Vision and Wanda too. I was so
Right.
sick of their love thing.
you have the aliens coming at you, like the vicious dog
love them
thing.
both,
I
but-
get that. But then you have those like underground fucking gears that are just ripping the ground up. Where did that come from? What I
They
hated
came
that
from those
part.
giant stone things,
No,
right?
I know where they
Yeah.
came from
Oh.
logically in the Marvel universe, but I felt like, is this Revenge of the Mole people? Like, what is happening in this scene?
Thanos' weird army.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's an odd mix.
Before we finish this, Hayden, I want you to talk about that after credits scene because what you brought up with it is very interesting.
Oh yeah. So it's Captain Marvel.
Yes, of
so
course.
that's who's going to be at the end. Their scene there and their end scene there as well. And I really think that the whole movie, which is going to be her, is set in the 90s. Obviously. Has
You
a
guys
young,
know who it is, right?
it's
Ronda
Captain
Rousey.
Marvel.
No. You guys know who?
Oh,
who's
Brie
playing
Larson.
it?
I'm
Yes!
sorry. I
I
love
thought it
her
was
so
Ronda
much.
Rousey.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's
No,
Brie Larson?
Ronda Rousey's a dumbass.
I could have sworn that was who it was.
No, Brie Larson is
freaking Larson.
Brie
Oh,
Larson
cool.
is
That'd be
really
sweet.
pretty and is also a
Yeah.
better actor.
talented.
Actress. Brie Larson actually is one of the greatest humans in the face of the earth.
Mhm.
But so she's playing Captain Marvel, and I really think that the end of this movie is she's going to be somewhere, and there's going to be some sort of like Master Chief Halo 3 ending where she's like, "Wake me when you need me," or something like that. So there's something so nuts that she can do where she kind of pulls a Hulk and is like, I can't be here. I can't be involved in this then too. So the whole point of him doing the beeper was like, something is real wrong in existence. I need her now.
Can we talk about something real fast too? Mark Ruffalo was such a throwaway in that film.
I loved him. He was
I
so
thought
good.
he was hilarious.
But
He couldn't
what-
get
no,
it
no,
up with the Hulk. That was so funny.
but like why? Like
His performance anxiety.
We just spent a whole movie where he was. So are they trying to compensate for the fact that
it's-
then he was not?
It's showing like in Thor Ragnarok, he was having trouble becoming Mark Ruffalo, and now he's
Okay.
having trouble becoming Hulk. So it shows like the two different sides. Like he's a very complex character.
I just wish he could have done it once. Just get it up at least once.
He almost did inside the suit. He was very close,
I was like,
and then
no.
too many people were watching him. He couldn't get it up, and because of that,
I feel
Thanos
like
wasn't satisfied.
I feel like there should have been a scene there where they have like there's some sort of like discussion between him and the Hulk because he gets his ass whooped for the first time
Yeah.
ever. He gets his
That
ass
was
whooped.
rough, yeah.
And one thing that they have not made clear in the MCU that is crucial to the characters is when the Hulk loses, he gets stronger, and Thor beat his ass. So he theoretically should be able to beat Thanos better than Thor can beat Thanos.
Yeah.
He also beat that big ass wolf after the wolf beat him. So there's a whole lot there where I'm like, I don't think they've really touched upon that as much.
Well, Hulk needs his own movie.
That ability, yeah, he does.
He does, because
He
the other
needs another
Hulks
new
were
one.
I think
great.
right now what they're doing is they're getting lost in action-packed sequences and CGI and location shooting, and they're not bothering to really do the research into the backstories of the characters. They're more concerned with, okay, like, let's intertwine all these storylines because this is what fans have been expecting for a decade, but they're not going into the history behind each individual backstory. And that's what pisses me off as a person who, from an early age, has just been involved in comics and the early cartoons and the movie, like, just...
Well, we've got the main players' backstories. Like, we got Iron Man, we got Captain America, we got Thor.
Did you guys notice, too, that when everybody died, the original Avengers were all left?
Of course they were.
Well, yeah.
Plus some extras. But I thought that was interesting how, Thanos said, like, half are going to die, half are going to live. So, by some random coincidence, all
Does
of the
he think they're not going to
originals-
come back and try to kill him?
Try to kill off some of the strong... Like, if you're Thanos, try to kill off some of the stronger ones.
But that also shows that Thanos doesn't pick. He's doing it by random because he just wants to make it better.
And he was weak, so, yeah.
But it's like, with them, I think that the ones we lost was more impactful. If something like Steve Rogers or Iron Man were to go, I wouldn't have felt as much because I was already expecting one of them to die.
I thought Tony was a goner.
Yeah, I went into this movie thinking that was going to happen.
Everybody thought Tony was a goner, I think.
Yeah, they set it up that way. And honestly, I think Tony Stark and Peter Quill's characterization throughout the movie are some of the best that it's been in the entire MCU. I think him just being so afraid of everything and really like having this PTSD from the whole alien attack is one thing, and then Star-Lord kind of being crippled was huge. But everybody else, I'm like, I get it with the characterization.
Poor
thing.
Tony Stark's wife.
Yeah, why was
My
she in it?
God.
I was just thinking, why was she in it for 0.2 seconds? Could they not get Gwyneth Paltrow back for that long?
Characterizing. Well, she didn't need to be. I mean, they had
No, but then why even have her? It was
characterizing a
Yeah,
bit
I
of it
guess
then
just
too.
to show that he's like, I have to do this thing, even though it's going to ruin.
But
the
we all knew
relationship.
that because the last
So
3 movies.
True. Yeah, no, you're right.
real quick, and then because we're going kind of over, just kind of go on the line thinking of how are they going to do better than this? What way will the next movie have to go to make this one be impactful?
You
to
first,
make
Dalton.
to make this movie impactful, I already felt like the movie accomplished everything it needed. I don't even need anything after this. I'd be okay with it. I loved this movie a lot.
Honestly, I think I'd be okay with Thanos just getting his ass kicked, and then them going, we stopped him, but
Everyone's
we still lost.
gone.
I think they just ended it like this. Be fine. But
Well,
I'm also morose. so-
I'm super interested to see what they do because I love the whole fact that
There's a
Doctor
part two.
Strange was able to see what was going to happen, and this was the one way that they win out of
Yeah.
like the 14 million. So I'm interested to see what that is because I think Doctor Strange is the coolest character in the MCU.
Oh yeah, he's a space wizard.
Yeah.
But
For me, I think how they're going to need to redeem themselves is focusing more on quality writing. I think, just above all else, I think that the writing needs to be better. I loved Captain America Civil War for the fact that I thought it was well written.
I thought it was really good. Yeah, Captain
Yeah.
America: Civil War, stellar.
I loved it. And so I think that for this movie, the part 2 for me, it doesn't even matter. I could deal. I do want Thanos to get his ass kicked, but I would prefer that they focus more on nice script writing, nice transitional scenes, and just delving into those backstories versus putting so much emphasis on the animation and the fighting.
I just
big
want to see
explosions.
Thanos squash Falcon's head like he does in the comics. He like literally just goes and just goes.
Wasn't
There's like
Falcon one of the
the
ones
word
who
is like splort
vanished,
or something
right?
like that?
Yeah.
No, it was.
I
the
think
guy who was
Falcon's
flying.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the only way that they can really make this movie like the end of this movie where everybody kind of dies, like well, whatever, is they obviously have to recover them with the time stone in some way. Then too, they're still gonna need a lot of people there then as well. But dude, I want to see some real deaths, and I think with the second movie, because they left the main Avengers alive, I think it might be a bit of a bait and switch. Is all these other people are gone, but that means Tony Stark is gonna die. Captain America is gonna die. You know, Thor might die. These other Avengers who are there, who are the main players, they're gonna win, but there's gonna be a heavy cost, and then somebody like Doctor Strange is gonna have to go, okay, in some way and do something to help recover from before. I don't know, but I think they're gonna have to really seriously. Excuse me, I had like a burp hanging there. They're gonna have to really seriously do something that is not just everybody's fine.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Yeah, I won't be satisfied if everybody turns up alive. I mean,
I don't want just one. I don't want like everybody to win and then it's like, oh no, War Machine died. Like no,
Right.
Kill off Captain America. End him.
Yeah, kill the big players.
Captain America dies in the comics as floating through space and time bullshit, whatever. But don't kill off some big players. Make it impactful. Make this the end of the phase and go out with this franchise as a giant. Don't just try to milk it or you'll lose the flair of it.
To close, let's rate it. 1 through 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the best. What do we think?
7.
7.
I'm going 8.
There's a lot that I really love, but there are some really, really big shortcomings that I was just disappointed in.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite Marvel movie then, real quick?
Thor Ragnarok.
Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, I think it's either Civil War or Ragnarok for me.
Nice.
No, actually, I lied. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is my favorite.
Guardians 2 was good.
That movie was so fun.
Best soundtrack of all of the films.
Guardians
by
1.
far.
Best soundtrack?
I think so, yeah, right?
Guardians 1 or Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
I love the
yeah.
80s like
Yeah, it's super cool.
And then
Super
when the immigrant song comes on when he jumps from the
Yes.
I don't know. I honestly wish they had just done it for the hell of it in Infinity War when he's like it's like no and it's dun, 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 and just comes in and does it again. Just as a really.
Just pay homage.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I like the idea of doing a spoiler cast. Good idea,
That's
Hayden.
fun.
Yeah, it
Thanks
was a good time.
guys for getting involved and I'm sorry I just bitched the whole time.
No, it's fun. I
Love
like
it.
to.
I'm just kidding. I'm not sorry. I
He's
want
not.
somebody on here for The Last Jedi so I can go hard in the paint
I hope
with
that
them.
happens too. I really hope someone wants to come face you.
We might have to do an entire episode of it.
That'd be fine. I'd be cool with that.
So anyway, thanks again, guys. Bye.
Adios.